Well, let's try that again. Come on, crit. Yeah, there we go. 23k, just one-shotted those hilichurls. Pretty sweet. Hello, Moglet. Today we're taking a look at a very special Venti by popular demand. Bones Venti is quite amazing, much better than my own, and I wanted to showcase it. You may also notice Klee and Razor there. Yeah, okay, she has 3 main DPSs. Before we get started with that, if you are watching today, it's December 31st. We are so close to 140k subscribers. It would be so awesome if you could subscribe. Literally, I'll make a deal with you. Subscribe right now and then come back tomorrow and unsubscribe, okay? 80% of you aren't subscribed. So usually what I like to start with is the build. You can see his bow back there. We're actually going to be trying 3 different bows. They've all been raised to their final star, just not actually leveled up to 90. So they're 80, but they have that, you know, final star boost. First, we're just going to see some basic numbers without any sort of setup, just so you can see what we're kind of working with here. So that unfortunately was not a crit, and neither was that one. Okay, cut that out, editor. So let's go ahead and look at this hilichurl that has always been by himself. Oh my god. So let's take a look at this half-dead hilichurl that was just half-dead because of no reason. Why aren't... Here's the very first camp of enemies we have come across. Let's check that damage out. See, there was a 13.6k. Pretty poggers. Pretty poggers for a little E there. And yeah, so we're rocking the Favonius currently. This is her favorite bow. It is currently at Refined 4, however, so it has a pretty short cooldown on the E reset. On paper, it's not that great for Venti because he has such a short cooldown for his E anyway, but regardless, it's pretty nice. However, we did recently swap out the artifacts. I guess we're going to talk about the build intermittently, like when, and then maybe we'll do like a full build sort of thing. But she did recently get this artifact for him, this crit damage. It was this one before, the attack. It does have good subs, definitely. Amazing subs, as a matter of fact. But the crit damage just does a lot more. However, that means it bumped her crit damage up a lot. Her crit rate is now too low, so I recommended she instead go to the Viridescent Hunt. She also did just recently the other day acquire the Stringless and raised that as well. So with the Stringless, she can definitely do the biggest numbers, but Viridescent Hunt, just because of the crit rate there, makes everything a lot more consistent. So whatever, there's some basic damage. One thing I have to do now is get like the biggest number possible actually, I think I have a special sort of Super Saiyan Venti thumbnail that I've been working on forever. Man, you would not think it, but like, that thumbnail took an eternity, dude. But I still kind of want to see what like the biggest sort of single number we can get just from like attack boosts and stuff. She plays him like a main DPS often, like not really switching out, just, you know, attacking with him until all the enemies are dead. So I guess he's technically sort of a main DPS in that way, but he's not really built for like charged attacks, bow attacks. She plays with a controller, so that wouldn't really work anyway. But we can check out that sort of damage as well. But yeah, for now we're gonna be with Stringless. Let's go ahead and just take a look. Yeah, 4,700 there. It's actually a pretty decent amount of damage, I suppose. But yeah, he's not really built for it, honestly. We can also take a look at his just basic attack damage, which isn't bad, honestly. You know, when it crits, there's 1,000 there. That's not bad. Yeah, there's honestly not too much setup I can do. What I'm gonna try is getting Razor's, you know, Wolf boost. Go to Klee, which has Thrilling Tales. Gonna eat one of these Animo potions. Here we go. Oh, hurry up, Venti. Do you still have any boosts? Come on. Damn, I mean, 10k non-crit. It's gotta be huge. Well, let's try that again. Come on, crit. Yeah, there we go. Before we move on and do a couple of tests in Spiral Abyss, I do want to talk about his general build first, so you can kind of understand what's going on for the next part. We're going to keep him with Stringless for now, but he probably should more or less stick with Viridescent Hunt. What we're going to do is do the same Abyss 9 floor 3 times, one with each bow, just to kind of get a different idea, because they are all kind of close, to be honest. Like, Viridescent makes the most sense because of the crit rate, and his current attributes really call for more crit rate, and so that would be like the overall best, most consistent. Anyway, you can see he still does have 4-piece Viridescent, which is, of course, very much a support DPS build. The 2-piece, I guess, you know, is always good for that Animo damage. I still wouldn't trade the 4-piece for any other random 2-piece, to be totally honest, because first of all, swirl damage by 60% is a lot. And even if you're not like trying to do swirls, you know, like inflicting them with an element first, What we're going to see in Abyss 9, for example, are constant swirls because it's just slimes there. So however you're trying to build your Venti, I would still probably go 4-piece. Subsets are pretty pog across the board. 10 crit rate, 5 crit damage, 6 crit rate, 8 crit damage, 18.7 attack, attack percent Sans with 10 crit rate, 40 elemental mastery, 10 HP. Animo damage bonus 5-star. Who cares about subs at that point, but they're actually still decent with 6 crit rate, 11 energy recharge, and this crit damage, which actually turned out very well as well. 10 crit rate, 10 attack, 5 energy recharge. So we're starting the first run here with Stringless. This Stringless is typically like the recommended bow for a lot, including Venti. And yeah, we're going to be soloing with him as well, and we're just going to see, you know, what's fastest. I think this is a decent test of just like overall DPS over time. We're just gonna go ahead and choose this one. We'll choose that for all as well. And let's just get started. How I do this floor is go over here, pull them towards the middle. This is how I've always done this floor. And you know, just keep basic attacking while doing the E when it's off cooldown. And just kind of works like that. Doing his Q when it's back off cooldown. And here we go. So we were able to do that first phase in about 50 seconds with Stringless. We'll go ahead and move on to Sacrificial Bow as well, but this one does have a bit of an advantage with it being at Refine rank 4. Just trying to do pretty much the exact same thing I just did. Let's see if it procs here. It didn't, unfortunately. Hopefully the next one. That's a 70% chance, so honestly, if it, yeah, okay, there we go. That's decent. Basically just gotta wait a little bit. Get another Q in there. Favonius is looking a little bit slower, so the slimes aren't like all kind of dying just from the Q, because we are losing a little bit of damage not having Stringless here. So now we're moving on to the Viridescent Hunt. I think this is going to be the best for him in his current, you know, stats, because it brings his crit rate up to 71. Which is good for that amount of crit damage, I would say. As a general rule of thumb, you want to have about twice as much crit damage as crit rate. All right, let's see if we can beat our Stringless times here. It's actually looking pretty good. Yeah, that was actually quite a bit faster, damn. I would still say Stringless is better in general, but in this specific case, like I've already said a couple times, he really needs that crit rate to take advantage of his high crit damage. Stringless was also working well here because there was Elemental Mastery. Like, it wouldn't be super fair if we were going up against Hilichurls or something that didn't have any elements attached to them, since we were kind of soloing with Venti and there wouldn't be any reactions going on. I have a feeling she may just stick with Sacrificial though, just because she really likes doing the E twice in a row every 19 seconds. Think he can solo the first chamber of 12? That'd be pretty crazy, wouldn't it? No, definitely not. I don't know why I even tried that. I guess we should also address the elephant in the room. Yes, he does not have very much elemental mastery at all. That is remedied a little bit with Stringless, but ultimately, like I said, she kind of uses him like a main DPS a lot of the time. I would say she's a pretty carefree player and just plays how she likes to, which is definitely a good thing. It is a game after all, and you're meant to have fun. And yeah, sometimes when she feels like it, she's just going around and eating all the enemies, eating them. How about some of this boost? Yeah, 6k. Actually, the Viridescent little swirls there does quite a decent amount as well. Stay down, punk. But yeah, make sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below. Leaving a like on this video if you did happen to enjoy is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.